Hi, I'm James, and in this video I'm taking a look at F1 2018 running on Radeon Vega 3 graphics. We are running this at 720p and the ultra low detail preset. And what we'll see running through the test, we're going to just use the benchmark mode at Australia, frame rate counter on, and I've skipped out the loading times because no one wants to watch a black screen. And we are now into the benchmark mode of the game. Now this simulates a 20-car AI race following on board with Sebastian Vettel, starting middle of the pack. So you have a lot of action around you. Obviously don't have every single car on screen at the same time, but what we see are frame rates are reasonable. They're not fantastic. We are generally seeing mid-20s to low 30s through this test. I think it's fairly rare, other than sort of that long shot of the grid before the gameplay, where we ever see it drop below about 25 frames per second during this test, and a high of, I think, about 33 or 34. There is a slight stutter there, although the frame rate stayed reasonable. I did run the test a few times, and I think it may be down to the fact that this particular laptop I'm testing with is a hard drive equipped system rather than SSD. Other runs I didn't have that exact issue, it just happened to pick it up on this one I recorded. But I'd say generally the game is playable at these settings. Ultra low now does include shadows. On previous years they turned them off. So F1 2017 shadows were off when you had the ultra low detail preset, which always made the cars look like they were floating in the air rather than actually on the circuit. So they do look a lot more grounded now, just with that little shadow effect underneath them. It's obviously not going to be a first-class experience because you do have a bit of variability in frame rate drops. I would like to see it sort of holding a solid 30 all the time at the very least, and ideally we'd love to see 60, but it's not really realistic on this class of hardware. But it's a similar level of performance to what we've seen on the Intel side as well, testing on UHD 620. So if you want to casually play the game on the lower difficulty settings, I think you're going to be able to manage. It's certainly not going to be an ideal gameplay on sort of higher difficulties where you need sort of faster reactions and more precise control. I hope you found this video useful. Do let me know what you'd like to see us testing in the future, and subscribe to see more as we post it.